were we talking about? Oh, singing and talking. You do talk,
Yeah, yes, I do.
but not on stage.
No, I do sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. What do you talk about?
Oh, it depends. Depends how much I've drank and
Oh, yeah.
what the atmosphere is like, and you know, like.
What was the time where when you talk more?
Probably. Well, each night I usually talk a bit. It's if I feel really relaxed, then and you can have a laugh with like an audience.
And
I like that, but it's different every night. Sometimes you say a few words and people just stare at you and like, what? Go away. And other times people laugh and
Play
then you have
the
a joke.
guitar.
Yeah. Like,
Play
shut
the
up
guitar.
and play. But
Literally, yeah.
No, that didn't actually happen.
So let's start from the beginning. Flamenco Thief. This is not flamenco, and you're sure not Spanish at all.
No.
Where did this come from?
I don't know. I just sort of fell into it. I heard some real flamenco, proper flamenco players, and it was incredible. I was like, oh, I'd like to be able to do that. And then I sort
Where
of...
did you listen to flamenco? At home?
I just heard stuff online, really,
yeah.
you know, and I think someone had a CD and stuff, and I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
because
this is...
I
like,
imagine that in England there's not much flamenco.
No, there's not really much of a scene. There is. Well, each town seems to have a little bits. So I started having some
Flamenco
lessons.
pockets.
Yeah. Little fiery pockets everywhere. And I started having some lessons with a guy in Bristol who's from, I think he's from Glasgow. He's Scottish.
Oh
anyway.
yeah, Scottish people are famous
yeah,
for their flamenco
honestly,
skills.
Yeah, and he plays amazingly well. And he was showing me sort of like, I was learning from him. And then I didn't really want to do the traditional thing. It's beautiful, but it didn't really interest me as much as just doing my own thing. And then that's...
You would need some girl to be dancing or some
Yeah,
man. Let's be fair.
Yeah. No, dancing would be, I mean, this is the question I get all the time at shows. Like, is it just you? Was there no dancer? Well, look, if you come to see an English guy play flamenco, then it's not really my fault, is there, if it's not right?
But people don't know that you're English.
Yeah, no, it's true. The name gets me in a bit of trouble. Yeah. So they're like half the time, not half the time, but people come along and like, false advertising. That's it. People come along, it's like, where's the flamenco show? And it's just like, hi, it's just some bold idiot from England, you know? And they're just like, oh shit, that's not so good.
At least you have the thief part of it.
Yeah,
so
that's why I need to have that highlighted
look,
more.
Yeah.
People always concentrate on the flamenco bit, which just is a lie, really. and the thief bit is the massive bit, you know. But no one ever thinks that. But I don't think a big gang of thieves are ever going to come along to a show and just sort of like...
that should be your name, the thief.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about dropping the flamenco bit, jettisoning it, and like,
then
getting rid of it.
No one would...
But then there's nothing there. No one can say it. It can be whatever it is, you know.
did this all started? How long ago?
About probably 2009, 2010.
And before this project, have you ever had some other band, some other?
Yeah, I did
things?
loads of stuff, like loads of, started off with punk and rock and metal
rock,
and stuff. Lost my hair, gave up the rock,
Oh,
lost the
yeah.
magic, and then went to acoustic.
That's kind
and
of
then-
sad.
Yeah, well, it's just.
What
I'm
happened
following
first,
challenged.
the air or the rock? Or one thing led to another?
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked rock music anyway, and then
It's hard to be headbanging without hair.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the impact, you know.
Our sound guy suffered the same.
Yeah, you know, and we keep on fighting it, you know.
Fight a good fight. So
It's okay.
long,
You
heavy
seem like a
life.
guy that's come to terms with it. I totally have as well. It's just done, you know. I think other people that have a lot of hair, like my sound engineer, he's probably really worried about it. Well, are you worried about it, Tom? If it's gonna go? No, he's not. He's like a Wookiee. Anyway.
I kind of worry a bit, but
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
not
okay.
about.
This is we're going.
This is
somewhere
not
else.
an infomercial about some hair receding hairlines. So where were we? 2013. You started this.
2009 or 2010, and then I started that.
And before that, have you ever played alone on a
No,
stage?
I was scared to death to do
Yeah,
it. Absolutely
imagine.
petrified. It was just like, I never thought I would do
If
this.
you had the air, you could put it all.
I did. I would have just put it down there and
Yeah.
that would be amazing. I could have done that years ago, but that obviously wasn't an option anymore. But I was always in bands and always with friends from school. So it's just hanging out with your mates, and it's just easy and it's cool and it's good fun.
Not about the music sometimes. It's more
Yeah,
about
no, well,
hanging
it
out.
was for me. Like it was
was
always,
serious?
but I was serious. But then my friends were just more. They were just, they loved playing, but it wasn't. They didn't quite have the drive as well.
They like to play, but don't like to rehearse.
Yeah, sort
Something-
of. Or just it's hard to get a
something like
band, a lot of momentum going.
Yeah.
It's difficult. So, but I miss playing it. I loved playing in bands. But then I started doing a duo project with a friend of mine. So it was just two of us. He's a rapper. And then we were doing this.
I saw something, I think, on
Oh,
YouTube.
what, from like years ago,
Yeah.
So we did this thing, and I was doing like hip hop beats on the guitar and using a loop station, and he was doing, obviously
Acoustic
rapping.
rap.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we were doing this project, and it was really good fun. And then he would do a solo, like spoken word piece in the set. I would do a solo guitar bit, and that was the first time I'd played sort of solo. And then, I just kind of. That developed more, and
It was hard to get used to play solo.
Oh yeah. I was terrified.
How was your first concert? Your first show?
concert. I mean, I can remember the first time I did like an open mic. Like you don't know if you have them here, but I did an open mic, and I couldn't. I was shaking, and I just shuffled on, and I didn't say a word, and then just shuffled off, and that was it. And it was just like, it was proper like intense, but. I don't know. I liked. I was very proud of what I was playing, or what I was writing, and I always have to play music because it's good for me. It makes me feel better and stuff. And then that over time, you kind of grow more confident or less shy.
Yeah.
And then
Where have you been the last few weeks or
Last few
months?
weeks we started in Germany and went across Poland to Latvia, Lithuania, and then back through kind of Central Europe, and then we came down here.
How many times do you do that kind of tours? Big tours?
Well, since about 2000 and it's 2017. Oh yeah, 2013 was the first time I did a European tour, and since then maybe 500, 600 shows, and about I don't know 40 countries. So we did mostly Europe, and then did some shows in Morocco, which was really amazing, and then South America last year.
You went so and what kind of differences do you see and feel in all those countries?
Well, as in from the people, and reactions,
the audience.
Yeah, it's different. Like there is different vibes in different places for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, the more different people are, the more the same they are. That's what I've learned as well. You know, like I mean, come on, we all live, we all die. It's all and borders and imaginary lines. You know, like they're more psychological than anything else. You know, but different vibes, like more. I don't know, like temperature definitely affects people. I found, different parts of the world where it's warmer, people are generally, like here,
More
you guys
outgoing,
just take your time, having a coffee, chill and stuff. In other places, where it's a bit colder, people are a bit more,
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Go.
And that's kind of just how the world is, I guess.
And in Spain, how do they react to your flamenco?
Yeah, well, I usually play more in the north, so it's more all the different vibe, like Catalonia. In Catalonia they really enjoy it because they like that kind of rumba style, like, especially Barcelona and stuff like that. And then all the sort of northern bits is where I play. The south I never really play much. I've done a few shows, and the reaction was really good, actually. Like, people really, really liked it.
Yeah.
But I don't really try and get shows there because there's so much flamenco, like real flamenco.
That was my question.
So there's someone like me, they just won't book.
They wouldn't like your...
which is cool, like I've got, no, it's fine.
That's heresy.
Yeah, basically. I mean, because they're very traditional with what they do, and it's because it's for them, it's like it's more than just music. It can be a whole life and a whole thing, which I totally get. And like whatever I do is never meant with any disrespect. It's always just. You can only be yourself in life, And I am from England, where it's always rainy, so it's not. It's a different vibe, But yeah.
What was the most strange place you've ever played in terms of
like
space
a sort of venue
or circumstances?
There's been a lot of weird ones.
Yeah.
I played like a bubble parade. Like bubbles where you like kids put the things and you blow the bubbles.
Yeah.
So I just turn up and it's just like, I don't know, 1,000 kids is in like Elitis in Lithuania. And they're basically just a chair like this. I just go and sit down and then, just play the acoustic while kids basically spat bubbles at me. That was pretty weird.
You're like the babysitter, not the baby.
Well, sort of. I hope
I
was a cool babysitter at least. I had a guitar.
Oh, let go see the man playing the guitar.
Go and spit at the man over there. Yeah, it was. So I've just that was odd, and there was. There's been some really weird ones where you just turn up and you're just like, okay, this is what's happening today,
and that's what's going to be.
I played in the British Embassy in Prague. And that was weird because it was just like, I don't quite know what was happening there. That was odd.
Tell me more.
Well, I don't know. It was like an open day for the embassy there. Yeah. And I ended up playing there, but it was just really weird.
More English people or?
Yeah, lots of rich English people basically. Yeah. And like kids doing like Shakespeare, and thespian stuff. Oh. And I played and like the tumbleweed went by,
With, the little ascots and sorts.
Yeah. They wear cravats on and stuff. And then, but it was cool because that day ended up, I played like a punk party at 4 in the morning, like the same day.
And you saw all those
there.
English rich people.
Yeah, they were all there with their cravats were a bit dishevelled then, and they weren't crazy. But yeah. So it's you never know where you're going to end up, and I like that. That's what makes it really interesting. Like if I was actually, I don't know, if I had more of a career, then I'd probably play nice theatre spaces and it'd all be really beautiful and stuff like that. But because I'm no one knows who I am, you just end up in someone's house in a garage or somewhere else playing, and it makes it really interesting. I'm going to go and do the show. Another one.
Near future.
Oh, okay.
Not
well,
so near.
Not so near. I'm here for another week in Portugal. So yeah.
And after that, you're going back.
And then
to England?
back sort of on the route home, but we go to like all the way up to like northern Germany and stuff. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm planning to celebrate 21 years.
And you're gonna celebrate today.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to Barcelos and hang out with friends, play a show, drink probably a lot of wine, and celebrate my 25th year on the planet.
And then, there's gonna...
So you're more professional than that.
The camera's all shaky.
Yeah.
How old are you? 21.
Can't you just use some Photoshop thing? Add hair and like maybe younger
our
again or
budget, our special effects budget is
no, doesn't quite reach that far.
Especially because we've got no budget at all, so, you know.
Okay, that's
that kind of makes things hard. But we do stuff. So, and about music, is going to be always this? Are you planning something different? You don't have a feeling, a desire to do something else?
Not at the moment, because I've always wanted to do this. You know,
I
play guitar. Like
else.
tomorrow being my birthday is 20 years of playing guitar. Like I started when I was 16, and it's like I always wanted to tour. I always wanted to play music, and this has been now my job for like 3-4 years. And you can't. It's pretty hard to sustain it forever because it is tiring and hard work. And so, but I mean, I want it to last as long as it will, you know. And obviously, like it's pretty hard to. Sometimes you crave when you're on the road. You crave some stability and maybe like settling down a bit. But as soon as I sort of stop for a while, I get itchy feet and like to go again. But so I think it will naturally. This is a finite thing for whatever different reason. Either people just stop bothering coming to shows or booking me, or I get tired. So for now, I want to try and see as much of the world as possible. Because life's pretty short, and then
you're succeeding at it.
Yeah, it's going pretty well so far. Yeah.
Kind of jealous right now. I'm smiling, man.
I'm jealous of your hair. Look at it. Wow, so much. So.
Thanks. At least I go home with something. You
Yeah,
see.
that's good. Well, that's
Not
good.
physical,
You should always leave an interaction
So,
with a positive
Craig,
feeling.
thank you very much for being here, talk a little bit. And now it's time to go knock at another door.